Brené Brown, Braving the Wilderness, The Quest for True Belonging and the Courage to Stand Alone. Embark on a journey towards true belonging and self-discovery with Brené Brown's Braving the Wilderness, The Quest for True Belonging and the Courage to Stand Alone. By delving into the core human desire of belonging, Brown addresses the pain and risks of not fitting in or feeling like an outsider, even within one's own family. The book emphasizes the need to develop braving skills such as listening, trust, vulnerability, and courage while navigating through the wilderness that represents unknown territory outside our comfort zone. Learn how to find self-belonging, create genuine connections, deal with contradictions, and positively express anger in order to truly belong.
The quest for belonging. Everyone seeks a sense of belonging, which is a fundamental human need. Not finding it can lead to deep pain and result in various addictions. Author Brené Brown shares her personal experiences about the harsh realities faced due to not belonging, which had long-lasting effects in her life. From our earliest days, we all strive to find our niche in this world, a place where we seamlessly merge into the crowd and don't feel out of place. This search stems from our innate need for belonging, which is more than just a wishful want, it's a fundamental aspect of our existence. An absence of this sense of belonging can lead to deep-rooted pain that stays with us throughout our lives. Brené Brown, the author, experienced the agony of not belonging firsthand when she moved to New Orleans as a child. Amidst the racial tensions of that time, she found herself unwelcome in both black and white circles, largely due to her middle name, Cassandra. Her white classmates perceived it as African American and excluded her from social events. While her African American friends invited her to some parties, their parents were often startled to see a white child in attendance. Despite the passage of time, Brown vividly remembers the distress of feeling she didn't belong. The pain intensifies when one feels disconnected from their own family, which can be dangerous. As a teenager, Brown relocated to Houston, where she longed to join the school's cheerleading team, the Bear Cadets, a group her mother was once a member of. Despite relentless practice and dedication, she was informed she wasn't what the squad needed. Feeling rejected by the team and her parents, who expressed their disappointment, Brown internalized this devastating sense of not belonging. Brown carried this pain into her adult years, and to numb it, turned to alcohol. Eventually, she sought help from Alcoholics Anonymous, but her sponsor suggested she didn't fit in there and recommended a different support group, Codependence Anonymous. However, she was met with a similar response and asked to find assistance elsewhere. It seemed that Brown's issues with multiple addictions only served to reinforce her sense of rejection from as far back as her childhood, as the emotional burden of not belonging continued to accumulate. Embracing authenticity. The journey towards true belonging and self-acceptance starts when we stop seeking others' approval and embrace our authentic selves. Brené Brown, the author, shares her personal experiences and transformation, highlighting the power of self-acceptance and the benefits of staying true to oneself. There's no denying that people often strive to belong, either to a group or to someone else. However, the secret to true belonging lies in stopping the pursuit of acceptance from others and learning to embrace your genuine self. Brené Brown's own life-changing journey towards self-acceptance is a testament to this truth. In 1987, Brown met Steve, the man who would become her husband. Despite her self-destructive habits, partying excessively and barely taking care of herself, Steve saw through her facade and recognized her true worth. His unwavering support helped Brown transform herself and quit the damaging tendencies. This relationship kick-started a healthy journey towards self-acceptance, eventually leading her to a life-altering appearance on The Oprah Show. During her interview, Brown shared her unique self-belonging strategy, which began with writing herself permission slips to indulge in simple self-acceptance and joy. Her engaging story caught Oprah's attention, earning her a second visit on the show. During her first appearance, Brown had the chance to meet her idol, poet and activist Maya Angelou. Angelou's advice, urging Brown not to be swayed by others' opinions, became a guiding principle for her. This advice was put into action when Brown was invited to speak at an event that required business attire. Initially, she complied, dressing up in an outfit that felt false and impersonal. Brown promptly switched to her typical casual clothing, jeans, a shirt, and clogs, and after her talk, she was awarded the highest rating out of all the speakers present. In essence, embracing your authentic self is crucial for a genuine sense of belonging and self-acceptance. Brown's journey demonstrates that staying true to oneself, undeterred by others' expectations, reaps countless benefits and personal satisfaction. Embracing the wilderness within. The wilderness, as seen through the lens of various artists, represents a metaphor for personal growth and self-discovery. To navigate this metaphorical wilderness, one must step out of their comfort zone and develop vital, braving skills. These skills include listening, engaging in challenging conversations, embracing curiosity, and practicing trust. Cultivate these abilities to overcome life's challenges and unlock your true sense of belonging. For artists, musicians, and philosophers alike, the wilderness has long been a source of inspiration and fascination. It embodies both fear and allure, symbolizing the obstacles that must be faced to achieve personal development. This metaphorical wilderness represents any situation beyond our comfort zone, where we face the unknown and are pushed to confront our insecurities and uncertainties. Everyone's journey through the wilderness is unique, and along these paths, we encounter various forms of self-discovery. Whether it's intense introspection, solitude, or spiritual learning, the ultimate goal is personal growth. The ability to venture alone into one's wilderness is what provides a true sense of belonging. To successfully navigate this wilderness, it's crucial to develop braving skills. Effective listening and the willingness to engage in uncomfortable and emotionally painful conversations are key. Rather than being consumed by fear and defensiveness, approach these encounters with curiosity and joy. Trust also plays a vital role in our journeys, requiring us to believe in both ourselves and those around us. Genuinely trusting others involves making yourself vulnerable and staying true to your values. Being trustworthy is a combination of 7 key traits: reliability, accountability, respect for boundaries, keeping sensitive information confidential, making decisions with integrity, being non-judgmental, and demonstrating generosity. Reflect on these attributes and evaluate the trust you place in yourself and others. In essence, embracing the metaphorical wilderness within involves stepping out of our comfort zones and cultivating the necessary skills for personal growth. By developing trust in ourselves and those around us, we can tackle life's challenges head-on and discover a profound sense of belonging. Escaping the loneliness bubble. Modern society has seen a rise in ideological divisions, leading to people gravitating toward groups that share similar views. Unfortunately, this division is contributing to increasing levels of loneliness and disconnection. To counteract this trend, we need to seek out places and experiences that offer genuine connection and unity, often found through art and music. The world has become a seemingly more fragmented place, with individuals growing increasingly divided by politics, religion, and ideologies in general. With that division, we often resort to surrounding ourselves with like-minded people in hopes of feeling a sense of belonging. For instance, in 2016, 80% of U.S. counties voted overwhelmingly for either Trump or Clinton, a significant jump compared to only 25% of similar counties in 1976. Journalist Bill Bishop suggests that this clustering of similar views forms a feedback loop, where individuals engage with media, conversations, and environments that only amplify their pre-existing beliefs. This endless cycle leaves us disconnected from differing perspectives and, ironically, even more isolated. The loneliness stemming from these bubbles has become a perilous issue. Reports indicate that the number of Americans identifying as lonely has more than doubled since the 1980s. The risks of chronic loneliness include serious health hazards, such as obesity, pollution, and excessive drinking, even increasing the probability of premature death by 45%, as per research by Julianne Holt-Lundstad, a professor of psychology and neuroscience at Brigham Young University. To overcome this challenge, we need to pursue environments that foster unity and authentic connections, rather than embracing division. Brené Brown, an author and researcher, noticed that certain places, such as restaurants or events centered around art and music, could make her children, Ellen and Charlie, feel more connected and less lonely. Brown's family discovered that meaningful connections were more likely to develop in these inclusive, unifying settings. In conclusion, the pursuit of belonging must shift away from tightly knit ideological bubbles and toward spaces that inspire connection and hope. By seeking experiences that unite, often through art and music, we can break free from the loneliness bubble and foster a true sense of belonging. Embracing contradictions and unity. The journey toward belonging is full of contradictions. Embracing these can lead to greater unity and understanding among people. To navigate this, focus on your own experiences and observations rather than media rhetoric, practice civility while discussing differing opinions, show compassion even to strangers, and remain vulnerable even when being courageous. These steps promote human solidarity, breaking down the barriers that divide individuals and communities. The path to belonging is riddled with contradictions, yet understanding them is vital to fostering unity among individuals. Place emphasis on personal observations and experiences rather than relying on divisive media narratives. By doing so, you can avoid generalizing and demonizing those who hold different beliefs or affiliations, recognizing our shared humanity instead. Civility is essential when engaging with others and attempting to enlighten them on what may be perceived as misguided views. For example, when confronted by a stranger who incorrectly associated her with the National Rifle Association, Brown chose to respond calmly and kindly, clarifying her stance on responsible gun ownership. This measured response nurtures understanding and unity while avoiding needless conflict. Showing compassion to others, even strangers, during moments of joy or sorrow is a powerful way to unite people. Simple acts, such as holding hands at a memorial event or lending support to a neighbor's favorite sports team despite not being a fan, demonstrate empathy and solidarity. These seemingly small actions can bridge gaps between different individuals and communities. Remaining vulnerable, even when courageously facing adversity, also plays a crucial role in unity. Brown's friend Jen Hatmaker, a Christian community leader, faced severe criticism for advocating LGBTQ civil rights. Despite the opposition, she continued to display grace, compassion, and vulnerability, inspiring others through her unwavering dedication to inclusiveness and understanding. In summary, the road to belonging is full of contradictions, but by focusing on first-hand experiences, being civil during challenging conversations, demonstrating compassion across all encounters, and embracing vulnerability, we can foster greater unity and understanding among diverse groups of people. Redirecting anger constructively. Holding on to grudges can drain your energy and tarnish your happiness. The key lies in confronting that anger and using it constructively, despite our society's inclination to mask it. From the aftermath of 9/11 to personal tragedies, expressing anger in a positive way sparks powerful change instead of fueling the cycle of violence and oppression. Embracing vulnerability and staying true to oneself fosters unity and love, proving that even in difficult times, we can choose to triumph over fear and hate. Carrying grudges affects your well-being, as storing anger inside sows resentment and erodes your joy. A healthier approach to anger demands vulnerability and intense self-reflection, which our society usually shies away from. For instance, after the tragic 9/11 attacks, the nation's collective grief morphed into anger towards an ideological enemy, rather than sparking discussions on religion, race, and identity. Soon, patriotism took the foreground, and flags appeared everywhere. However, we've learned that patriotism alone cannot sustain unity. Expressing anger constructively, rather than suppressing it, is crucial. When repressed, anger can erupt through violence, revenge, or oppression, leading to disturbing events such as mass shootings and racial violence. In contrast, anger can serve as a potent catalyst for reform if aimed at addressing misguided beliefs. Antoine Laris, whose wife died in the 2015 Paris attacks, exemplifies the power in positively channeling anger. In a heartfelt letter titled, "You Will Not Have My Hate," he conveyed to the killers that, though he lost his wife, he and his toddler son would continue living peacefully, without yielding to anger or hatred. Laris defied the terrorists by refusing to let his bottled-up anger change him into a fearful, suspicious person. Instead, he chose to live with love in his heart, embodying his genuine self, and creating a sense of belonging devoid of reactive tendencies.
In Braving the Wilderness, Brené Brown highlights the profound importance of finding true self-belonging amidst a world that clamors for constant approval and acceptance. Along this journey, you'll learn to face the metaphorical wilderness in pursuit of personal growth and genuine connections. By developing trust, curiosity, and the courage to be vulnerable, you can navigate through life's uncertainties and emerge with a truer sense of belonging. Brown also touches upon the need to combat loneliness, foster civil conversations, and harness anger for positive changes. Allowing yourself the courage to stand alone is the ultimate path to finding authentic belonging and living a fulfilled life.